Здравствуйте, товарищи, and welcome back to another glorious episode of our Workers and Resources Soviet Republic Let's Play. Look at this city. Like, especially in this kind of lighting, when you can actually catch a glimpse through the clouds, it looks really beautiful. Small and humble, but it's growing quite quickly, I would say. Quickly enough. Well, I don't know about quickly enough. We're going to be playing a lot of today on double speed, I feel like, because there is a lot of work to be done, folks. But before we get into that, just want to mention, as always, if you've been enjoying this series and you'd like to see it continue, please don't hesitate to keep letting me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. As I've said countless times before, your likes and comments let me know that you're interested in a certain series on the channel and lets me know what I should keep doing more or less of. And on top of that, I do read through all the comments to get your ideas, thoughts, feedback, opinions, stories, whatever it might be. I enjoy reading through the comments. And on the topic of comments, there are a couple of things to tackle. So first of all, it was pointed out to me, so I was corrected in the comments, and I incorrectly corrected the corrector, and so I want to correct myself here, and first of all say, my bad, I'm sorry, I was wrong. And I've been wrong, folks. I've been getting north and south wrong all along. So I know exactly how this happened. I've been so oriented with our construction that I've been using this as north because that's where party power has been put down, right? And if we were that kind of a regime, we would convince the world that this is in fact north, but I don't think we are. Folks, I don't know, like, clearly this is north. If you look at the map, you can see the way the camera is pointing. That is north. That is south. This here, this is east, and this is west, because that's how the directions work. So we are not south of the river. We are actually east of the river. I just find it hilarious that I've been getting it wrong all along, almost episode 100. So there you go. I stand corrected. Thank you for the correction. Hopefully, I will be able to, get it into my head by the time we get to episode 100. That aside, there was one more thing to touch on with regards to the map. I unfortunately cannot terraform that far. I see some of you suggesting that I try lowering the train out over there, but oh, okay, this is giving me a different error. Okay, maybe it will let me then, because I thought that was out of my reach. But if it will let me, then we can actually push the ships through. Maybe I'll try that between sessions. I don't want to do a whole hour-long episode of me just digging a hole in the ground. And then one more thing to touch on. It was actually pointed out a couple sessions ago, and somehow it slipped my mind last session, but we're going to be getting some fuel here. And I noticed we don't have power supply either, so I'm pretty sure we're able to... Yeah, we have some power we can pull over here. Because we don't have... Well, we obviously don't have any other switches or anything further up, but let's go ahead and get a substation down. What I'm thinking is we're still going to put down some more gravel quarries over here. There's some good spots in a couple places. And we might want to extend up this way, right? So I'd like to put the power substation down somewhere up over here, rather than, centralized, because that would just be a useless redundancy. I don't want to go too far up either. There's a nice spot up there. There's a spot over here that would give coverage in this area. Maybe we do that. Maybe we put it down over here. We're not going to auto-build it yet. We'll pay for it afterwards, but I just want to make sure everything can connect properly. Get you down there. Let's get the road up over here. Connect you, and let's get our... I feel like we can go in with like 1.2. It's tempting to just put down the highest wattage wiring. However, I did say several episodes ago now that I do want to start paying more attention to these little details. These little details are really kind of what makes this game shine. I mean, there's a lot of things that make this game shine, but to me, these little details have always been one of the key factors that make it so much more compelling than many other city builders, where it pays attention to things like wattage or engine power or... I don't know, there's so many nifty little details, and I really do want to pay more attention to this stuff because I find it absolutely fascinating. Okay, this distance is killing me. I just wanted to look as clean as possible. Let's go ahead and do that maybe. And then I don't think I have a choice. Yeah, I don't think I have a choice. unless I go even further back, and I'm neurotic, but I'm only so neurotic, I would say. Go ahead and take you up to here, and then down to there. Sure, that looks a bit more evenly spaced. I'm going to lie to myself if that's what it takes to just get past that. But let's go ahead and pay for all this, of course, with rubles. And you as well, my good friend, paid for with rubles. Now, on the topic of rubles, something that was suggested to me for episode 100 onwards is that maybe we start using dollars. Going rubles on only, by the way, yes, nice number to end the last session with and to begin this one with. But going rubles only was something we discussed many episodes ago, like right at the beginning of this Let's Play. Opening up the use of dollars is means a couple of things. So first of all, to export and earn dollars, we'd have to go all the way here to the far north and to the far east, which is kind of funny that the north and the east are the northeast. Never eat slimy worms. Yes, just checking my directions because, you know. But yeah, north and east is where NATO lies. So it'll take me some time to get goods out there for export to actually start earning dollars. But once we do start earning dollars and then we can start spending dollars, it unlocks a lot of vehicle options for us, especially tractors, trams, trains, trucks, cars, all sorts of stuff gets unlocked by using dollars. So it's something to think about for sure. But I'd like to hear what y'all have to say about it. So let me know in the comments again, like, it's tempting, but it's a big decision because for almost, again, 100 episodes, for almost 100 hours, we've only been playing with rubles. And we've done quite well for ourselves. Definitely a source of pride and joy, I think. So do we change that? Nonetheless, with that said, let's take a quick peek over here. Our economy is not looking too hot this year so far, but that's because we're spending money to make money. Last year, same thing. Still floating above that 6 million marker, so feeling comfy enough, I think. And no point looking at our imports and exports right now, I don't think, because it's too early. We'll rejig stuff as time goes on. Population-wise, 17K, so that's feeling good again after the mass escapes. That took us down to, what, 10K or so? Unemployment is looking higher now, though, so we have to take care of that. I think a lot of construction is being completed, so we need to take care of that for sure. And this number has skyrocketed, it feels like. So that's actually good in some ways, and I'll explain how in a bit. First of all, I think we're good to hit play. Again, I think we're going to spend most of this session in double speed, but just want to check my trains really quickly at the beginning over here to make sure that otherwise we are okay. Now, I'm glad I checked, I think, because it looks like we might have a bit of a jam here, and it looks like the sun is setting as well. Let's flip you around and send you to the warehouse. Oh, I should wait until loaded, shouldn't I? No, actually, that'll jam that area up. Let's send you off that way. Yeah, I might need to double track this. It worked a long time ago when this was a single track. It didn't need to be double track, but I think it might need to be a double now. Though once this gets released, this will free up and it'll be fine. Making this a double is a bit of a headache though, because we have that conveyor belt over here that's going to be blocking the path. So making it a double means actually swerving it around the conveyor belt supports there. But anyway, I don't want to spend all of today dealing with train tracks. I'm sure a few of us want that, so I'm going to not do that. One thing I will do is down over here. So I know that the construction connection over here is what's causing some jamming up over here. I knew that was the issue, but it can get a little, I guess, frustrating at times. I guess putting these semaphores down over here will do the trick in terms of preventing any action over here from blocking this entire section. But it's just like, again, it's that level of detail that, like, sometimes is great. Well, it's always great, but it's sometimes easy to miss, for me at least, when there's a little detail like, oh, hey, that needs some blocks. And in fact, on that topic, while doing a quick check, oh, hey, hello. Okay, well, we're gonna need some semaphores down over here, but that's okay, because I also wanted to, I realized that I didn't put crossings down over here, because I was looking around for like problem areas, and we're almost at this train platform, so we'll need to start building that soon. But we don't have crossings on either side of these tracks, on either sides of these tracks, rather. So I should start planning some of that down. Let's go ahead and put a crossing down over here, I think will be nice. Let's make it spacious, right? Let's make it nice and long. There's no reason for it to be short. Is that clean? Not the cleanest, but it's okay. No, it's not. It really isn't. Go ahead and cancel you. Cancel you as well. Thank you. Let's cancel you, and let's cancel you. I really wish these symbols would go away. I think I'd much rather connect over here. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's connect it over here and over. Why does it do that? It didn't used to be like that. Like, I don't know if that's a recent change or something, but what is that weird 90-degree angle? I would like the crossing to be a bit longer than that, than this. But not so long as that. I mean, I guess I don't really have a choice. That does not look as neat as I would like it to, but I don't have an option really, fair enough. And then up over here. What's happened here? Oh, you turned around? Okay, fair enough. I will need to get some semaphores down. I need to put a crossing down over here as well. I wonder if I put it up over here just to give some more room over here, because this is a fairly messy spot right now. Roads, the bend is right there. I don't even know if the game would let me. Yeah, didn't think so. So let's go ahead and put the crossing down up over here. Again, we'll make it, you know, kind of on the longer side so trains are actually able to move freely. Overlaps right. Okay. I guess I needed to flatten that a bit. Are we even connected here? Yeah, it looks like we're good. Okay, let's go ahead and commission this stuff as well. Hopefully it'll be built cleanly. These crossings should allow trains to move nicely down the line. Let's go ahead and put some chains down. I think we should put some chains down over here. Gives a bit of breathing room for pedestrians as well as for the cars and stuff, for the vehicles. We've got a crossing over here, so for right side is going away, right? So we've got the crossing over here. Crossing's over here, right outside the bend over here, okay. So then we would want to get a chain over here and a regular over here. And then on this side, we want a regular on this side and a chain on this side, I'm fairly certain. Now during construction, we want all these to be two ways. So during construction, we want all these to be two ways. You're fine being a one-way. I need this bottom line to be a two-way so that trains can come from that side. Where's our crossing, actually? Because over here, we're still working on the tunnel. I guess we don't have a crossing, so this is the crossing that'll be worked on, unless I put a temporary wood crossing down up over here. I thought I did that, but I guess I'm mistaken. I could have sworn I did that. How much is left on this tunnel here? We're about 50% done. Right, we've actually made a fair bit of progress over here. So let's leave it be for now. Let's leave it be for now, and we'll maybe pay for it afterwards. Okay, are you stuck here, or are you good? No, you're good. You're just waiting for this. All right, cool. Trains, man. Let's double speed it, I think. I think we'll be good. Oh, right, before I do, one last thing to consider. It was pointed out to me that higher walking speeds from the better footpaths and stuff will allow for longer distance traveling. So we should be able to upgrade all this. And, you know, let's just go into auto build. Let's auto build all this, and that should allow people to come from that upper building down to the university, hopefully. Let's check if just the footpath does the trick, because if not, yeah, there we go. See, beautiful. Again, thank you all. It was just not clicking for some reason. And we'll be upgrading the roads as well, yes, but I suppose we could do that right now. Go and suspend this construction. Now, on the topic of suspending construction, these guys are basically topped up. Okay, how long until you're done? You're almost done. The reason why I said that having like 300 plus adult, 21 plus living with parents, wow, that sentence failed to come out of my mouth properly. Having over 300 adults living with their parents is good because it allows us to bring them down over here without having to bring in like immigrants. Not that that's a bad thing or a problem, it's just that bringing in immigrants, if I'm not mistaken, yes, costs money. And I mean, we have plenty of money, so it really isn't a problem actually, now that I think about it. But it's cool to have that mechanic at play where you've got people, where you have the nation growing organically. I just think it's neat. Of course, we can always bring immigrants in as well, educated or not, to for different costs to help fill out the gaps. But it's neat to have enough supply, so to speak, of workers for the demand that our housing presents. Unfortunately, I don't know if we have enough for the demand that our construction offices present. Like, we're doing okay over here, but this thing has been stagnant for so very long. I could, if I go up over here, prevent passengers from coming through. Because what's the capacity on one of these, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at infrastructure. If we take a look at, what is it, a trolley bus stop, right? 200 passengers is the capacity. Students should, I think, be waiting there because we do want them to come down to the university from up there. Question becomes, what about the buses? We have 2 buses coming through here, right? 2 buses that are supposed to be coming through here. What's the name of this minibus? You are a PZ672. So we've got you two, both going to the coal power plant. Okay, who's going to the fire station then? I thought, oh, we've got 3 PZ672s. All right, fair enough. Now, the one going to the fire station. Wow, we're like maxed out on workers over here. We're really maxed out on workers over there. See, what I would like to do is move the students down over here ultimately. We are working on it. Once the students get down over here, we won't need the bus so much, but let's not have 2 buses taking people to the power plant, because the power plant it doesn't need that many workers, and people can now drive to it as well, which we have seen happen. So maybe that's okay. Or here's what we can do. You go down to the power plant. No, okay, let's get rid of that. You go from the trolley bus stop, pick up students, only those with basic education, no more workers, and then you go over to the university and you unload all the students that you're carrying. Let it get to the power plant one last time. I think it's almost there. Yeah, it is almost there. So let it get over here one last time, and then we will change its route. And hopefully that doesn't come to bite us in the butt, because it could. Yeah, see, workers didn't even get out. Because we're topped up over here on workers. We're topped up. And again, we've got the trolley bus, dropping people off over here. Got a pair of you, right? 74 and 19 workers, and they're being spread around between this power plant that needs 20 and the concrete plant that needs 5. So more than enough workers coming through. Of course, eventually people will be taken across over here, but there's some time before that happens. All right, we're good. Let's go ahead and double speed it. I think we're good now. Let's double speed it. We need to keep an eye out on our trains and stuff, obviously, still, but feeling fairly comfortable. This is almost done. It'll definitely get done this session, and then we can bring down, 300. This number grows so quickly. What are we looking at for no escapes this year so far? Or this month so far. So, that's promising. What about this year? Hey, no escapes this year. What about last year? Less than 100. Okay. That's not too shabby. That's not too shabby. Oh, and also let's not forget our beautiful new stadium that we've built. Lots of staff required. Lots of visitors can actually access it as well. So this is pretty cool. The roads here, they have been commissioned, and we'll let them get built by our construction offices, because again, we have these construction offices that are just kind of sitting idly. I should also maybe build some more housing over here. It was suggested that we fill out this corner a bit more. Definitely not a bad idea. Now we've got this school done up over here as well. Hopefully that means fewer people lacking education here. So why can't you go to school? It's right here. Surely you can walk there, right? Absolutely. Plenty of empty spots. I need to keep an eye on this because this worries me. Could do with a couple of kindergartens up over here. I think we have enough kindergartens. I think it's just a matter of like timing. 72. This number's just going up. 52. Point of putting down a new school. Building is on fire. This is at Veterinkagrad, so we know it'll be fine. Don't have to worry ourselves with every little issue, right? I would really like these numbers to go down. Not enough staff over here. Not enough teachers either. I guess that's just it. I mean, if we bring some more educated individuals down over here. Where do we have unassigned? You're unspecified. Okay. So let's go ahead and we'll move a couple people out of here. And we'll move some more educated people in here. Right? And then that should help. Prefab 8. This one. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and see where we can move people. Let's pause it for a second because otherwise the game will get away from me and people will move into here before I can move people in myself. What is this education lacking down over here for? All right, we got to look into that. Let's go ahead and pull 10 regular citizens down over here. There we go. Now let's go ahead and fill these slots up. Wow, there's actually not that much room. Education's doing terribly, and I just don't quite follow. Like, okay, let's go ahead and pull 10 with university education up over here. Right, so hopefully, we'll see education improving over there now. But over here, how is it so poor? This says children can't go to school because there's no school or places available. I mean, I suppose I could put another big school down somewhere. Like, there's education issues across the board except for up over here. Still issues, but not as bad. So I could put another one of these giant schools down, maybe somewhere over here. Or down over here. Because people can walk from there down to here, so they can definitely walk from here down to a school over here. Trying to sort this out. This is still 51 and 72. Probably down to 51 because of the moves we made. No education. Basic education for all of you. This slot does not have any education. It's 105 kids living here. I guess this can only support 80 when it's got this level of teachers. You know, 60 to 80. It's fluctuating quite a bit, I suppose. I need like a university dedicated building over there or something. Wow, why is this so empty? Alright, well, if it's so empty, then let's go ahead and empty this out a little bit. Go ahead and relocate a bunch over there. And then from here, we're going to relocate a bunch of university folks down over there. And this will hopefully... No, that's not good enough. Bring some more down over here. Yeah, let's do that. And let's see if that helps a little bit. A lot more teachers available now. Because again, right, like this number changes based on how many teachers and the staff. You need both staff and teachers. Now, why are educated people going into staff when non-educated people or people with basic education can be staff as well? Like, that should be organized a bit better. Yikes. Yeah, this is rough. That's only gone up from 72 to 74. Okay, we'll need to sort that out. Money's looking okay, though. We're at 7 million plus again. No jamming over here just yet, and we've been at high speed for a while. No jams over here. We're good over there. We're good over here. We are okay over here. Yeah, looks like we're good over here as well. Okay, wonderful. Wonderful. Feels great. Feels fantastic to see no jamming. The only kind of jamming I want is music, right? Just pause talking for a moment so we can enjoy the background music. We're doing quite well over here. This is almost done, but education down here is a problem as well, isn't it? My God. 33 kids here. If we have 33 kids... Okay, something's up over here. We have 33 kids, but 374 children can't go to school. Does that count kindergarten? These guys are making lots of babies. They need to slow it down. This baby is unwell. Okay, so that actually doesn't make sense to me. Because if this has, okay, 378, children can't go to school because there's no school or places available. But there are only 34 kids. Babies are tracked separately. Workers who can't go because they were taking care of a baby is also marked separately, which is actually surprisingly not a problem down here. So I'm wondering if this is just kind of like maybe a little, maybe I'm misunderstanding it. You're not a child. Get out of here. You're not a kid. Creepy. But I mean, with all that said, I could put another school down. I was toying with the idea of putting a school down up there last session, if I'm not mistaken. Because we've got that kindergarten, we've got this school over here, but this school's not even topped up right now. We've got teachers for it, but it's not topped up. Yeah, it's not really adding up in my head. Over here, this number continues to rise, to skyrocket even. And even here, we only have 65 kids. Now, granted, some of them are unable to get a post-secondary education. For that, we need like a bus to... Well, students are hopefully coming up here from all of these places, because these buses are taking students to the university over here. The university is pretty full, but we do have more than enough professors, I think, to teach it. Lots of students waiting. Oh, I wonder if I should get some more buses running that same university path. You know what? Let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and do it. It's kind of like an education-centered episode, this one, isn't it? 128 passengers. Feels like the way to go. 135 with you. Sure. Let's get a couple more. And if I can find the line that brings the students over. Which one is it? Veterinarigrad West to the Technical University, then to the school. You're not the one I want. What about you? You go east bus stop. Nope, you're not the one I want either. Lerninsky, what a bus. You're also east. You're also east. Oh, you know what? Actually, the funny thing is these directions aren't actually correct anymore either. All right, let's go ahead and get you going there. Is there a waypoint we'd like to use along the way? You're going over there. We could go up the long way. I don't see the value of that. Yeah, we'll move you straight. Only students with a basic education, please. Unload the same on the other side. Okay. Let's double check that. Yeah, you pick them up at Veterinarigrad West. You drop them off at the Technical University. Begin. Let's go ahead and copy that over to you. I wish you could do that. Instead, you have to click on that. Start. Okay, hopefully that'll help with education a little bit. At least with post-secondary, right? I don't know, maybe that's what's the issue over here. The 78 has gone down to 73 now, so there's that. Silver lining thinking, I guess. All right, how's this looking? Pretty good. How are people feeling overall, actually, in this area? Some without a job. Some can't go to work because there's no kindergarten. All right. Unable to enjoy culture, unable to participate in any sport. Come on. Massive stadium over here. This used to be our happy quarter. What's happening here? Or did this used to be our... No, wow. These guys... Remember when these guys had, like, no issues? 59 citizens unable to participate in any sport. Food is an issue. How's that happening? I wonder if it's some stuff with the latest update, like it's changed how some things work. Why are there no lights in this building? They have power. What's going on right now, folks? What's going on? There are huge queues outside the store. Hopefully food is coming soon. Waiting at the station is meat. Heading to the building is clothes. There's a lot of clothes. And you are headed to the road cargo station right now. So food will be coming shortly. Well, maybe we need more food coming through over here. Maybe we need more food coming through over here. Yeah, let's add another vehicle to this. Another JE300. Keep wanting to say 3000. You there. Go ahead and set this over here. And let's begin. That should help. That is a very high traffic store, I suppose. So that'll hopefully help alleviate some of the stress here. All right, now as we're at double speed, have we made any progress down south? Or south. Across the mountain. Lots of vehicles moving. This thing looks like it's making some... Oh, hey, look. We have. When did this get done? I mean, I'm glad it did, but... Okay, sure, cool. All right, we need to get power down here, though. So let's go ahead and check... check our power connections. Where is our medium voltage? So that's the high voltage that goes up to here. Ends over here for now. We have the other high voltage that's going to continue on down. You come all the way down over here and you split. Okay, cool. We got one there. We need to get one over here, right? So let's, oh, not auto build. This didn't auto build, did it? No. It must have just been, it's been like, 6 months or whatever, 4 or 5 months. So I guess we spent enough time on it. Glad to see it done. Glad to see it done. It's been waiting for so long. All right, I'd like to pull this up over here because what I'd like to do is kind of line it up if possible. Looks like that's about as close as we'll get. And then take it across like so. There we go. Beautiful. Keep a trim profile basically. As much as possible, obviously, within reason. Hang on. There we go. Yeah, we do want this to be the highest like wattage possible. Okay, and that we should be able to auto build now, or fund, whatever. Cool. Get that done. And let's get this thing done as well. And now you should have power. Cableway not connected though, so we're gonna go ahead and of course fund that. Go ahead and fund the construction. I don't think I want to. Yeah, fund the construction. Do I really have to select each and every one individually? Wow. That's fun. Okay. Glad it's a relatively simple path here. Okay, there we go. So this thing is now connected. All right, I'm super excited. Engine is turned off. Engine is turned off. All right, so if I buy new vehicle, 10 passengers, 4 passengers, 12 passengers. What's the difference in cost? Hang on. This is 10 passengers, but it's pricier. This is cheaper, and it's 12 passengers. How does that make... What am I missing here? Oh, we'll get the heavy personal cabin version too. All right. We want you loading... There's a couple typos in this update, it seems. Not that it's a problem, I'm just pointing it out so that we know it. All right, so if I go ahead and buy... Let's buy 2, max 18. Let's buy 2 for starters. You load passengers over here. And then what over here, we say you unload passengers. Engine is turned off, okay. I'm gonna wait until the sun rises before we start the engine. So this makes sense to me. You buy the cable cars or whatever you want to call them. You put them in a station. You tell them what they do at that station, so they can either load or unload. And what we're doing is over here we are loading workers, and over here we're unloading workers, and hopefully the workers will go to various construction sites and stuff. Okay. From this autobus stop, we do not tell people where to go, so they'll go as they need to or as they please. So let's go ahead and start the engine. Slow it down. I want to see it at normal speed. Begin. There it is. That's pretty cool. Oh, hey, it's got the little hammer and sickle on it. All right. I mean, I guess the thing I didn't make note of is the weight. I imagine the weight of the car makes a difference as to how quickly it goes up and comes down, maybe. I don't know how much of a difference it would make. But it's got the motors that are making it climb, obviously. All right, cool. And it pops in and then pops right back out. Okay, okay. Nice and simple and clean, hopefully. But now we got to see if passengers actually come through. And it looks like the distribution office is finally sending some vehicles down as well. So you'll remember that the distribution office up over here had a bunch of vehicles that already had steel and stuff on them. That was 100% intentional. Because the other assignment we have for this distribution office is... So we've got the... where is it? The road cargo station for clothes. Which... I don't know if that's even... You know, like, yeah, it'll be necessary. We've got the Zavos cargo station and then the Uprising Grad cargo station for all the construction materials. I'm not in a rush for the clothes to move. I wonder if I need to specify clothes over here, actually. That's this warehouse, right? Let's just in case, let's specify clothes. So yeah, I'm not in a rush for those clothes to be moved, so I didn't mind that we had a bunch of stacked vehicles with things already being carried, because I knew that this construction office would eventually use up the resources quickly enough that that would be distributed by the distribution office. So that's done now. Like a lot of, we still have some bricks that are stacked, but that's, again, not a problem. Eventually, those will get used up as well. And now these vehicles at the distribution office are free to move clothes as well. I'm actually quite liking the distribution offices. Initially, I was like kind of wondering how I'd feel about them because they seem to take away from the game, but I was wrong. You know, this needs to be two-sided. I was wrong about that as well. You know, what's important about being wrong is being able to admit you were wrong. Is this a new kind of trolley bus or whatever? Looks like it. Looks like it. Might be higher capacity. Okay, you should be able to go now, buddy. You should be able to go now, and these vehicles should be able to free up. Ambulances in here carrying unwell students. Jeez. You'd expect the emergency vehicles to take priority. No professors here. We had, I think, a couple show up last. I think 1 or 2 drove down in their cars. Anyway, sorry. Let's see if this is actually working. We've got you coming through with 41 workers, right? They don't all need to work in these 2 spots, so let's see what they end up doing. I want to see what they end up doing. No cabins in the station just quite yet. I can, of course, I can put in 18 or whatever, right? So we'll do that. Why did only 38 workers? What? Hang on now. What? I would expect them to get onto here. And then take the cable car down here so they can get to construction sites and stuff. Unless, you know what? I know what the problem might be. We'll check another round, but a lot of the time, if not all the time, I don't think the game allows people to use transit to transit onto other transit, if you catch my meaning. Like, I don't think it sees this as a viable place for people to go from here unless I tell them to. Anyway, while we're waiting for the next trolley bus to come through, I do believe, yeah, 164 passengers. That's not bad. That's not bad. 70 kilometers per hour. It's not faster. In fact, it's quite a bit slower. I think I'm fine with having 2 ZIUs instead. Plus, anything with the letter Z just instantly is cooler. Okay, we got 73 workers in here, right? You would expect them to get out over here. Let's keep an eye on that, right? Keep an eye on that. Right, here they come, and how many of you get off? Okay, now there's only 47 workers, if I'm not mistaken, unless I misread it earlier. Okay, so a bunch of people came out. No one's going up here because it's maxed out. People are coming over here. All right, fair enough. So I think we do in fact need to distribute. Let's go ahead and specify. What's the distribution? I would say like next to nothing at the concrete plant, right? Let's say 6%. Coal plant 46, I think is maybe fine. There, let's do that. I think even fewer at the coal plant is okay, actually. There, let's do that. There's our next one coming through, 41 workers. Let's see what they do. Let's see what they do. Go will pop out. Okay, some workers coming down over here. Excellent. Yeah, you have to kind of force that. They're going to be waiting over here, obviously. And nobody went up here because it's already topped up. Yes. Okay, so we've got 36 workers waiting over here. They'll be waiting quite a while, so let's go ahead and buy some more cabins. Did that leave empty? Okay, we've got this coming through. Still waiting. Oh, is it really going to wait until this gets to the other side? No way. No way. I'd expect them to move a bit faster. Oh, it waits quite a bit of time. Fair enough. Or is it just an even distribution? Like if I were to buy more, will it go faster? One way to find out. Let's see if it waits until it gets over the mountain or not. Though I guess the distribution has changed a little bit. Let's see. Let's see what happens here. So 2 vehicles are waiting. One gets loaded right away. Okay. Let's see when the next one gets loaded. Get up to there. Okay. That's how it works then. It's a matter of density as opposed to distance, it seems. Cool. Thank God. Go ahead and add a couple more. Not too expensive. Well worth it. All right, so the workers come down over here. Excellent. I'm glad I got to catch where they're going, and I assume they're headed to this spot over here. Kind of the only place they can go that's worth anything. All these other coal mines and stuff are not yet built. Very cool. People arriving. The first batch of people arriving for construction work from the cable cars. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Hopefully we can make it a somewhat constant flow. Indeed we can. That's good. Now again, so one batch from the bus or from the trolley bus means what, 3 batches roughly, give or take, from the cable cars. Oh, that's dope. That's dope. I kind of wish I had more of them. So they're working over there. They'll eventually be able to reach down over here as well. If we make this at a higher, like gravel or whatever, maybe they can get even further down. And they're taking buses down over here. Now again, we can take a bus from over here down to here. Or can we? Do I need a separate bus stop? Now I'm wondering. I think I might need a separate bus stop. In which case, where would we put it down? Up over here, I suppose. I could put one of those pass-through bus stops down. Not one of these. One of these. Right. We could do something like this. It's a little tight. We could put it down over here as well. I don't know if they can walk this far. Okay, let's see. Go ahead and get rid of you. Put the bus stop down, and I might just pay for the bus stop. It's quite a few things blocking it, actually. Well, the big thing is, of course, this up over here. That's got to connect up over there. All right. I'll take a bit of a risk here, folks. Can't believe I just did that. Can't believe I just did that. Let's hope it works. Hope it works. Can't build due to infrastructure. We can build it over here, though. Okay, we can kind of do that. This will need to flatten a bit. No problem. Too steep of an incline, it says. Go ahead and... I guess we gotta, like, yeah, smooth that out a bit. Not a problem. Let's see. Trying to figure out the best way to do this. I think if we raise this bit over here a little bit, maybe. It might not work. It might not work. Can't believe it. Infrastructure. Where? Need flat terrain. All right, let's go ahead and do something like this then. Yeah, it's gonna flatten that. No problem though. Here's what we'll do. We'll put you down. Too steep, so let's go ahead and lower this a bit. And just smooth that transition up. There we go. I'd like it to look a little bit nicer. There we go. Perfect. We got our bus stop over here. We got a footpath over here as well. Let me just check on the footpath connections. We can go ahead and put one down. Right down to here. Yeah, sure. Let's put one down to here and one down to here. Looks, you know, somewhat symmetrical, I guess. It's got a shape to it. And then we need our conveyor belt. That's the big one. Oh, would you look at that? It auto-connects these as well. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, this is the future. We're living in the future, folks. We're living in the future. Okay, so that's cool. Let's go ahead and put you down over here, perhaps. I liked when it was like a straight connection, but, you know, we're not able to do that anymore, I don't think. Let's see, over here. Further up. I'd like to be further up. There we go. Let's go ahead and put you down over here. And can I connect? No. I think I might need to do high and high. Or I might need to just go further along, actually. Cancel you. Let's demolish you. Yep. If I go further along, like so, we might be able to get a connection. Come on now. There we go. Can we go even further? No. Alright, let's pop you down over here. And let's go ahead and get this going through. Ah, no, of course not. We can't do that. Alright, cool. So let's cancel you. So there's the distance determines the auto connection, I guess. I can still do something like this. And still causing obstructions. Okay, we'll look at that in a second. Too long. Alright, not a problem, not a problem. Because we can do this. A little bit pricier, but worth it perhaps. And this might need to be the high connection. Unless I want to terraform this down. I think it might need to be the high connection. Let's go ahead to the mods. And I wonder if the mods have been updated as well to include that kind of auto-connecting. Where are we? Conveyor belt. There we go. I need the high in, high out. 1 high in, 6 out, sure. Or I could do, you know what? 1 high out, 6 in. Just in case. And it looks like the auto-connecting is a thing here as well. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like the high connection is going to do the trick that we need it to. Yeah, some other infrastructure's in the way. Well, that's a problem. That's a problem. How did we get it to work before? How did we get you to work before, buddy? Well, the hill wasn't an obstruction before is the thing. I wonder if we can't connect it higher up, I suppose. That's going to be interesting. I could do this kind of a thing, maybe. Let's see. Well, no, I think it would auto-connect if it would let me. Let's see, let's see. Infrastructure. Most of the stuff at the bottom there. And here the hill becomes a problem. All right. Wonder if we do that a little bit, or we could raise the train a bit, right? Raise the train a touch, and that way the hill won't be an obstruction anymore. Hopefully. Can't believe like updating an old thing can be so involved. All right, here we go. That's feeling okay. That's feeling okay. Maybe we can put Buddy down now. Get the auto connection. No, still nothing, eh? Still nothing. That's not ideal. That's far from ideal. What is... Okay, no. I thought it was flashing connection at one point. Okay, let's try... We can't do the high connection because the high connection gets in the way of the cableways. Right? We can't do the low connection because the hill's getting in the way. But if we can creep close enough... I don't think we can. One of those why fix what's not broken kind of situations, isn't it? Oh no, this is still considering the infrastructure in the way. I wonder if it's a matter of the order of building it. Because I know that's happened before. Alright. Let's go ahead and do this. Go ahead and pull you over. Trying to figure out the best way to get this across now. We could pull this over here. Yeah, that infrastructure, it just acts as a block now. Okay, so here. Let's get rid of you. Let's get rid of you as well. Put this down first. Let's see. Put you down first. And let's go ahead and get our cableway connection next. I believe I need to do heavy cableway pull. Go ahead and demolish you. Right, I gotta wait. Gotta wait. And then I can put you down. Like so. And then I can build you. Yeah, see, it's just a matter of the order that you build it in. I don't understand. That's a little frustrating. It's okay, though. We got it working, and that's what matters. We got it working. I could have solved that probably, 10 minutes ago. Lesson learned, though. Hopefully everything is still... Nope, we got to start you up again. We got two there. Okay, cool. And they're moving. All right, great. Fantastic. And you are safe to go over, right? Maybe if you swing your feet, you'll, hit one of these. But they're fine otherwise, I think. All right, cool. I was really worried about that for a second. I was really worried that was just not ever going to work out. And we'd have to rebuild this entire section. All right, so the bus stop over here, I think we need to pay for. Not very expensive, and it's necessary because it'll allow vehicles to come through over here if necessary. Not that it is anymore. We've got workers coming through every so often. They'll get dropped off over here, and of course they can go to the bus stop as well now. And that bus stop is where we're going to pick people up to drop them off at the bus stops we have down over here in the heart of the coal processing and mining areas. It does mean we'll need to get more cableway cars. It also means we're going to need more trolley buses and stuff bringing people down, so there's a more constant supply. The one thing that's going to get kind of tough to time and manage is basically we're going to need workers to arrive here. They're going to need to get to the bus stop, and the bus stop needs to be filled up enough that people get picked up. The bus needs to arrive when the right number of passengers are waiting, because if the bus arrives before or after that, then there'll be a lot of passengers who are just waiting, and they're going to keep waiting, and they're going to, disappear, go back home, or whatever, however you want to phrase it. So finding that perfect balance is going to be an interesting endeavor, I think. This is cool, though. It's cool to have the these working. That's just dope. I think it's insane that we finally... This has been planned for how long now? And it's finally done. It's finally done. All right. What else is done? You, not so much. Almost. We're very close here. And again, we've got, 600 people living with their parents now. Population is growing very quickly. Let's go ahead and continue this construction. Might need to continue you as well, buddy. We need a lot more people. We need a lot more people. And what's education looking like? Let's give that a quick check as well. Is it still poor? 80, 75. How? And over here? Terrible. It's atrocious. Here we've got 168 kids, so here the numbers make sense. 5 workers without a job. Alright. And what's the food situation looking like? You're empty, eh? Oh no, there we go. Food just got delivered. Now again, that might be a part of the problem as well. I mean, that's definitely a problem. I don't know if it is the problem. You know, food is getting devoured, obviously, out of an essential service. You're stuck here until you're done unloading, which I think I'm fine with. And the fridge... You're also stuck here until you're done unloading. People are just not buying meat as much as I would have expected. Maybe don't wait until unloaded. Let them cycle a bit more. We'll see how that plays out. Hello, excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, your clothes. Ah, okay. Yeah, clothes are barely getting purchased. Okay, that's food emptied out. Hopefully our next food truck is on its way over. Currently heading to this building. No, I don't need you. Where is our other food vehicle? Okay, you're headed up there to pick some food up. And hopefully food is plentiful up over here. No, okay. There's a bigger problem here. What's going on? Why is food stuck? Operating without issues, but the number of workers is dropped. Oh, that's why food is stuck. When did this happen? Oh, I see, I see, I see. This is a huge problem. This is a big problem. Alright. You are headed back to Farminski. What are our... I used to have a signal here, but we removed it a long time ago. It ended up working out for the better, but I wonder if I need to add it back in. Because that seems to do the trick. Makes sense to me, because then that unlocks that train to get into here. Yeah, wow. Okay, that's why food's a problem. Who knows how long that's been the case for. Oh my god, people must be starving across the board. They've got food still. They just got some food. All right. The shopping center, hopefully, still has a ton of food. Yeah. Well, more than a ton. But you know what I mean. Rough. It might have actually just happened. It might have just happened. Missing crops. When's the last time we were missing crops? But yeah, it's all been drained. It's all been drained. Okay, you're going back. Picking up livestock. Crop here is empty. Why is crop there empty? Crops here are empty. You're out of fuel. Do you need fuel to transfer? Why are you out of fuel? 560 tons of crops not doing anything. It should be refueling at this harbor. And it should be refueling at this harbor too. Hang on, does this one... Yeah, this one brings in fuel. Oh, you know what? I guess maybe it needs power. Alright, let's take you to this one instead. We'll load up on some crops. I think we have more available. Yeah, 800 tons. Let's see if that does the trick. Because, wow. To a grinding halt. It all came to a grinding halt. What's the deal over here? Let's send you through. Should be clear. Alright, you're going to come through. You're going to pick up some crops, and hopefully you're going to get refueled as well. I think it's because this one doesn't have power. It can't fuel up over there, but it should fuel up over here. If it's so low, it should fuel up over here, you'd expect. Let's find out. Let's find out. come on. There we go. You're gonna dock up. There you go. Fueling up. Not getting any props though, because we're only waiting for a partial load. I think we can load a bit more. Okay, that should then solve the entire supply chain fiasco we're looking at. Wow. I'm glad I noticed that, I guess. Could have gone on for a lot longer as we were distracted by cable cars and stuff. But, you know, I mean, hey, on the flip side, right? On the flip side, this is pretty neat. Having this up and running is pretty neat. I think so, at least. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful against the beautiful blue sky. Don't mind the fumes. There you go. I think it's pretty neat, folks. Oh, it's so nice. There's something about, I've always liked these kind of cable cars and stuff. There's something about them that's just so interesting in how they transport people. And we've got all this stuff working over here as well, you know, relatively smoothly. We'll iron it all out soon enough. In this building, really not done. I was really expecting this to be completed this session, considering we played majority of it at double speed. 692 adults living with their parents. This one building is not going to be enough, because again, the one building holds only 368 people. So thankfully we've started work on these as well, but geez. Geez. You are working on a handful of things, so that's good. We'll see, folks. We'll see how it progresses. Again, hopefully the whole food situation is solved quickly. These crops need to be delivered as soon as possible, because otherwise food's not going to be made. Nothing's going to be made. So much is reliant on crops. Wow. All right, well, hey, it is what it is. Lesson learned. Pay more attention, sorry, to this area, because there is so much crucial stuff going on over there. But apart from that, I think a pretty good session. We had some pretty good progress, I think. This whole education thing is bumming me out, though. This number's dropped, but that number's skyrocketed. I mean, how many schools do you put down for a handful of buildings? I mean, can you imagine this in the real world, right? Like a couple of apartment complexes. I've got 3 schools and what, 2 kindergartens. That's unreasonable. That's just not making sense to me. But we'll sort that out, folks. Now, this is where we're going to call it a session. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, you know what to do. Let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. Like I've said before, makes a massive difference. You know what else makes a massive difference? All of you channel members and patrons who've been supporting this channel on a monthly basis, thank you very much. You keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, до свидания.